Tell us a bit about why you think the oceans are such an important issue that needs to be discussed here at Rio+20.
Sure. The oceans are 72% of the planet, and $7 to $11 trillion of economic value from various industries that operate in the ocean: shipping, fishing, oil and gas, aquaculture, and others. And so it's particularly important to the economic future of the planet, and the role of the industries in maintaining that economic future and the ecological value that oceans provide is critical.
And give us an idea of what the state of the oceans are at the moment. I imagine it's different region to region, but how would you assess how the oceans are at this present time?
The oceans are, in general, suffering impacts from a whole range of uses, land-based uses as well as sea-based uses, creating deteriorating environmental quality around the world, and no part of the ocean is untouched. Certainly parts of the Atlantic, parts of the the Western Pacific, very much impacted around major urban areas. But even the Arctic and waters of the Antarctic show evidence of human use and impacts. And so it's a global connected ecosystem, and it's a globally connected set of problems.
And ocean acidification has become more of an issue over the past, I would say, sort of few months. It's really starting to hit the headlines. How serious is this? What's the sort of timeline we're looking at before major coral reefs could start to disappear?
Well, certainly there are experts here who could answer that in more detail, but I think ocean acidification is part of global climate change, and that whole package of climate change issues are affecting the ocean in a big way, and a lot of those connections we're not aware of the specifics yet. There's a lot of research to be done, a lot of science that needs to go into understanding what's going on with the oceans, but over the next several decades, it's certainly the evidence so far is that acidification will be having a major impact on calcification of microorganisms and small plankton that have calcium carbonate shells, and also coral reefs. The bigger issues of climate change with sea level rise and increased intensity and frequency of storms and these kinds of problems are also a big concern, particularly to the various industries that operate in the ocean. And those are the constituents of the World Ocean Council are the ocean industries, and so they have a lot of concerns about what climate change means to them as they undertake their activities in the ocean.
And I guess how important is ownership here? Because no one really, apart from your sea boundaries, no one owns parts of the ocean. So is this ownership issue a problem when it comes to trying to get countries to take responsibility?
It really is, because the fluid and interconnected nature of the ocean itself really causes creates a difficulty when people normally think about who owns what part of the resources and the physical space. And so we really have a big challenge about getting countries to work together, and also from our perspective at the World Ocean Council, getting companies to work together across boundaries, national boundaries, EEZ boundaries, and into the areas beyond national jurisdiction, and really create a collective global partnership for the oceans. And that's where the challenge and the opportunity of Rio+20 and moving forward really lies.